Hi everyone, my name's Chelsea. I'm a suicide prevention advisor and I work for HOPELINEK UK. And this is my colleague Gary, who also works on HOPELINE UK. So today we're just going to be talking a little bit about COVID-19 and how it's been impacting our callers and what kind of themes have been coming through when we've been talking to them on the phone. So Gary, do you want to talk a little bit about what kind of themes you've been hearing from callers?
Yeah, so I mean, lots of themes are coming up. Obviously, it's what's on everyone's mind. Certainly, people that ring our service as well. I think one of the biggest things that keeps coming up is finances for people. So, depending on what jobs people have, especially those that are self-employed, or maybe have started a new job, or maybe have some kind of anyway in terms of work, that fear of being paid, at the end of the month. Money coming their way during this period because we don't know when it's going to end. Lots of people really worried about paying the bills and just what it's all going to mean for them really, and how it's going to impact them long term as well. That goes for employment generally. I think people are worried about, okay, well, if I'm not in the office, does that mean I'm gonna lose my job, or is my job still going to be there when everything goes back to normal? There's a lot of uncertainty and anxiety, I think, around jobs and finances for everyone.
Yeah. I think as well, I've been hearing from a lot of callers that are self-employed and they have their own businesses and now they're being told to close and they've now got no income coming in, which can be a really confusing time. It's going to add a lot of pressure on people, and especially if people have been working really hard to build up their businesses and now they're being told to close. We have had a lot of callers that are feeling the impact of that, which is completely understandable.
I think for a lot of people, those when they've started a new business as well, they've invested so much into it, and all of a sudden you're being told, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's a real loss. People have invested so much time and energy into things, and then it's just not there. And what does that mean? Does that mean that when they come back to it, they're not going to be able to operate anymore? So there's real concerns and fears around that.
Yeah, definitely. And I suppose as well, mentioning, that kind of loss, I'm hearing from a lot of young people as well that have been working really, really hard to try and do really well in their exams, and now they've been cancelled. To work so hard for something because you really want to achieve something really well and get to that next point of going to college or whatever that may be. So now for those to be cancelled, we are hearing from a lot of young people about how much that's impacting them as well.
Yeah. Well, I remember speaking to someone recently who was saying something similar things, that unfairness. I think the caller got it. They don't understand why the government's done it. But from their point of view, they were like, well, I'm never that good at coursework. I'm well good at exams. I can smash out the exams, and I know I'm good at under pressure stuff.
Yeah.
But now I don't have that. I can't do that. So they're going to base it all on this. So I was, real shock, isn't it? Because you're kind of banking on, well, of course, I've got the exams. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I've got that grade because I've got the exam and I'll be okay. But now this has never happened before. So people are just like, well, this is unfair. Like, how do I know if I'm going to go to uni? How do I know if I'm going to go to college? It's just everything's thrown up in the air, and it's really scary, I think, for future plans, not knowing what you're going to be doing next.
Yeah, it is scary. And I'm also hearing from a lot of callers that, are being told to isolate at home and spend all their time at home, but actually they live with people that they have a really negative relationship with. So I've heard from young people that are arguing with their siblings or arguing with their parents, and they're finding it really hard not having that outlet to be able to just go out, see their friends, go to the park, whatever they do to make themselves feel better. Even being in school and having that distraction, being stuck inside with relatives that you don't get along with, they can feel quite trapped. And I am hearing from a lot of young people that are struggling with that right now, and they are looking for a way of escaping that when they're stuck indoors.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying similar about the calls that I've had and the sort of messages I've had as well. And I guess on the other flip side, not only are people trapped with people that maybe get on, they can't access friends and whatnot. External help that's been set up, like an appointment with a GP or a counselling session or that kind of longer term support that people in some cases have waited ages for, it's being cancelled, it's being moved, it's being changed. So a lot of people are saying, well, I was banking on that, I was going to start this, or I'm halfway through that, and now not only do I not have that support, and it's all of a sudden, and I'm now cooped up with all these people I don't like. So in terms of feeling isolated, you sort of touched on it a bit, like what do people do when they're inside? It comes down to really trying to figure out a way to look after yourself and find something to do with your time.
Yeah, and that's a really good point. And I think when I've been talking to callers, it's being mindful that, encouraging people to reach out to the support they have, like mental health workers or GPs or teachers, that support's limited at the minute. So it's really trying to find ways of taking care of yourself whilst you are inside. And a lot of the things I talk over is self-care and things you can fill in your time with whilst you are at home. And for some people, that's having something creative to focus on. So whether it's, I don't know, painting, drawing, learning a new skill. I know loads of people are learning new languages that they've always wanted to learn, but they've just never had time to get around to it. Or others, it's having something more productive. So getting round to tasks in the house that you've just never had the time to do because you're too busy in life, because it can be hectic. So decorating rooms that you've not gone round to, or doing gardening, or just something productive that keeps you busy and keeps your mind occupied whilst you are stuck inside.
Yeah. I think, for me personally, it's been picking up the guitar again. That's something I haven't done for a long time, and I've got the chance to do it. My house has never been cleaner, so that's pretty good in that regard. Not sure the neighbours are that happy with me blaring out the guitar, trying to figure that out, but it's good picking up something again. It's given me a chance to do that for myself. But I guess I'm lucky in that I've got that, and that's been on the back burner and something I've wanted to do for a while, and not all of our callers have.
Yeah.
And maybe they're really struggling with things, and it's really, really hard to remember what they want to do or what they've wanted to do for a while. So I think in those instances, it's really important to know that services are still there. Services are open and they're not on their own. Everyone is going through this to a degree. Some are finding it harder than others because they've got other stuff happening already in their lives. It's just a service. If someone's experiencing thoughts of suicide as a result of this COVID-19, or it's getting worse because of this, that they can still talk to our service. Our service is open, and you can email us if you want to email. That's fine. It's pat@papyrus-uk.org. So that's how you can email us. If you want to drop us a text, that's also fine. 07860 03967, and then you can have a conversation with an advisor by text. So they're the sort of channels we're saying at the moment. Get in touch with us. Phone lines are open as well, but a lot of people prefer that as maybe a first way to reach out to us. So that's why we're telling you that's an option today.